right. It is Hello Again Wednesday. This is Hello Again Wednesday 118. I want to thank you for joining me as my special guest. This is going to definitely be on the cuff and probably short and sweet, because you can see I'm chilling. I mean, I told you last week it was chilling. Well, this week it is really chilling because it is, I don't know if they're the Santa Ana winds, but we have some major winds here on the West Coast, right? A special guest, as my special guest this evening, and just kind of double checking on making sure everything's all hooked up and going, because with today being the way it is, it's been kind of it's only Wednesday and it's kind of been a long week for me, but I want to ask you to leave comments, leave your stories, especially on the question of the day, which we'll get to in just a moment. But you can always check me out. Thanks for watching me right now. If you're live with me or if you are joining later on and leaving your comments, I go back and look and see the stories and stuff like that. And so please keep doing that. Please keep, if you would, sharing these videos. The way you share these videos helps get other people involved into the conversation. And so please do that. I would appreciate some likes. That would be good too. And if you catch me over on Brent Miller, What's on His Mind, that's on my YouTube channel, Brent Miller, What's on His Mind. You can always do the same thing there. Please do that as you join along as my special guest. And so one day we'll probably do another live one. As I'm saying, it's been kind of a long week. There's a lot of things happening. I know I'm updating on pain. I hope I'm not sounding very repetitious. I just want you to know kind of where I'm at. And things are happening at a pace. And so an example was today, I got a call from the hospital already to pre-admit. And so I've done my pre-ops, and now I've got some pre-admit already done. And then the week of my surgery, which will be March 9th, doesn't look like anybody's going to cancel and let me slide in. So it's going to be March 9th. So I have some more time of pain to go through. And so, hey, I always solicit your prayers. Please pray for me. You ask me of anything, I will pray for you too if you want. And so it is very, very, very painful. Hard. I'm losing more and more sleep, not because of the stress, but because the pain throughout the middle of the night and stuff like that. I wake up all the time, and it's hard to get rid of it. And so that's what's happening. And so with that, it makes everything that much more difficult. And then there's some things that are sliding in, and that's requiring a little bit some of my time. And it just, man, when I can, I stop what I'm doing on certain things and slide right to the easy chair and a heating pad or anything that's just trying to alleviate some pain. And it's not coming along very easy with it. But anyways, enough of that, okay? The question of the day is, well, one more thing. I'll say this because we had actually her van was kind of biting the dust. Okay, with her van biting the dust, and I jumped the battery a few times, and I think the starter's now going out, and it was time to just for her to buckle down. She just needed to get another car, and so she was very happy. It took 2 days to do it. And I was helping her. And so it took 2 days to do it. She's got a nice car. You have to talk to her and ask her about it, but she's happy. The kids are happy. And so that's going well for her, but it took extra time. I told Connie, I says, man, I cannot wait for Thursday just to, if I could just do nothing. And then we joked because we still got things to do by, taking kids back and forth to school and stuff like that. So anyways, that's what's happening in the week. Okay. But question of the day, and it's kind of a couple, but what is your favorite family game for family game night, or however you participate in games. What is your favorite? And then I'm going to have another bounce off of my thought process with another question. It should be coming up. Let's see if it comes back on. It did come back on. Okay. I'm sorry for that interruption. Man, must be them winds. Okay, because I'm outside. Okay, ready? Let me get back on track on what I was going to say there with family game night. Shoot. Oh, I know what I was going to say. And this is why it's on the cuff and it's so hard for me. I have an external hard drive that it's a portable. And so it's 5 terabytes. It's really big. And I have a lot of my stuff on it. And it's easier for the laptop not to drag or anything like that. And the 3.0 USB thing, 3.0 connector that goes to a USB, it came out of it, which means it disconnected from, it's a tiny little board that connects to your hard drive. And I was trying everything. All my stuff is on it. All my Hello Again Wednesday thought processes and all my graphic stuff that I was really needing. I tried to just conglomerate some stuff together to make it work. And so that it broke. So, I had to fix it. Well, I'm going to fix it tomorrow. And so it's one of the things where I just easily figured it out, figured what I needed, got it ordered, and it's not expensive to fix. And so anyways, I got that to where I can do stuff, but man, it's really tripped me up on all of my information for Hello Again Wednesday. And so anyways, that's why it's on the cuff. And so last night or 2 nights ago, today's Wednesday, so it was 2 nights ago. On Monday night, the kids came back. They went down and saw their other grandmother down in San Diego, and came back that night and brought back. I don't have it out here. I had some just for coming on air, and it was some great root beer candy from Old Town San Diego. And man, it is awesome. It is like that old root beer barrel flavor, and that I love. So they brought that back for me, and they brought back a Uno game. It's called Uno Flex for Lauren. She's a big Uno fan, and we have been a Uno playing family for a very long time. We have multiple versions of Uno, and so we do like to play that. They love to play right now. I think it's one of the Villains Clue game or something like that, because Clue comes out with so many versions, just like Monopoly does. Well, they got a Clue game, and it's either villains or Disney characters or something like that. I cannot remember. And so oh shoot, there goes that Connect software. Man, it is just killing me. Anyways, and so they play that all the time in the dining room, on the dining room table and stuff. But they were playing this new Uno Flex. And Sophie, I think, was saying how it just frustrates her. She wasn't grasping the thought process of it. And I do know this with Uno, man, they come up with some really strange ones, some fun ones, some where they shoot a ton of cards out at you, stuff like that. Or we always loved House Rules. That was a good one. And so my secondary question would be this: how many Uno games can you list in the comments without Googling how many Uno games there are? Now, please don't cheat. Try your best to just label as many Uno games as what you can. Or if you want, you could start off the week with, because I'm going to check quite all the way to next week. Let's see, just guess a number. How many Uno games are there? Are there 8? Are there 12? Are there 14? How many Uno games do you think there are? And then later on in the week, go ahead without looking them up. Try and name all of the Uno games that you can, and let's see what you can do that. Now, here's another thing. If there is any other games that you play and there's like multiple versions of them, let me know what games you play in kind of a game-like thought process. Cameron, one of our grandkids, he is into Rubik's Cube now, and not just Rubik's Cube, but he calls them 2x2s, and then there's the 3x3s or 6x6s or whatever, and then he has this one. It's called a mirror, and it's just, he was so frustrated. He got it, and he immediately was frustrated with it because it was hard to solve. And now this past weekend, while some of the grandkids were down in San Diego, we were out on Sunday for lunch, and that boy had a app on his phone on how to do the Rubik's Cube mess up or flip-flops that he's at, and he would color coordinate the squares, all of them. And then it would help him on which way to turn in a matter. In fact, he had it down. It tells him how many moves it takes, like 21 moves, 21 or 25 moves to solve this Rubik's Cube. And it really does work. It's really cool. So if you are old school Rubik's Cube, you can get this app. I'll have to look it up. Maybe I'll put it in the comments. Look up this app on how to solve a Rubik's Cube for those of us who grew up in the very early 80s when Rubik's came out or something like that, and we were just frustrated with it. Now they got kids that can do a Rubik's Cube in seconds or behind their back and blindfolded. I don't know how they do it. Anyways, that's one of the games that he likes to mess with. I would call it a game. But we are an Uno family. And so, plus other games that we play. We play a game called Fishbowl every Thanksgiving. Ask me about it. I'll tell you what it is, okay? And so, I want to know what games you play with your family. And, hey, ready? Add to the story. How do these games end up? Have you ever had anyone toss the Monopoly board while you were playing the game? Have you ever had anyone toss the checkerboard while you were playing? Have you ever had anyone cheat at that poker game where you put a card on your head and you're looking around and then you bet? Yeah, that was me. Okay. Becca Christensen and Andy Christensen can tell you stories about that. Anyways, those are old stories. All right. What games do you guys play? Leave them on in the comments. Once again, I want to thank you. You know what? It's past our Bible study time. We had a great Bible study. We had a Bible study in Mark chapter 2 in the scriptures, and it talked about Jesus going to have dinner with the tax collector Levi, and lo and behold, we were having dinner. This was our dinner Wednesday that we shared together, and man, Connie made a fantastic pork taco and tostadas and a rice that she had purchased other than Spanish rice. It was some other kind of rice, and it was really good. And then we had chocolate swirl cake with frosting and lemon cake with frosting. Oh, it was a good meal, good fellowship. I encourage you, hey, you know what? Check out a Bible study near you. Check out a church near you. More than likely, they're into their Wednesday night Bible study meals and stuff like we're doing. Who knows? Check it out. See what they're having. If anything, they might have cake and coffee. Check it out. If not, join us. We'll put it, we have a where you can join right on the Zoom link with us. We do both in person and Zoom at the simultaneously together. And so it's an awesome time together. And if you can't make that with us, you can also check out our church service at 10:45 out here on the West Coast and see what's happening with that. Okay. Like I said, hey, last thing, my surgery will be coming up soon, May 9th. Please pray for me. I'd appreciate it. And keep me in your thoughts, especially as it's painful. Anyways, and let me know. Hey, I'll pray for you and think about you guys too. Okay. I am so glad you're my special guest and joining every Wednesday that you do. And as you do that, I guess I can't thank you guys enough, really. And so thanks for joining me this Wednesday, 118 Family Game Night. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday on Hello Again Wednesday.